Good afternoon, friends. Well, today we're on the right-hand side of the old spoon head here, and today we're going to focus on removing the rear master cylinder. Now, this is a pretty straightforward process, so I'm going to show you this and then kind of give you some ins and outs on what to expect when you're taking one of these apart. On the right-hand side of the bike here, on your FL style models, you will see a rear master cylinder mounted like this. Now, if it's an FX style model, it will be mounted off of the back tabs here underneath and then driven by a couple of lines and a linkage that I don't have to show you, unfortunately. So that I can't really talk about. This is an FL style, so this is going to be on your electric glides and things like that. Anything with a floorboard. So this is your floorboard style mounted rear master cylinder, Your floorboard mounted right through here. And then, of course, this is your master, this is your brake pedal, all that good stuff. If you watch, you can see this thing actually does have good pressure and it does pump fluid. And it works really well, honestly. But in order to remove it, there's a couple of things you'll need to do. We're going to leave the brake pedal in place. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the plunger here. And these are a 7/16 nut and bolt combination. Once I remove those, then there are two bolts that bolt to the frame that are both 9/16. There's this one here and this one here. So first we're going to start off with this 7/16 and we're going to get this out of the way. Now that we have the bolt and nut out of the way, we'll be able to go ahead and pull this linkage here, and this should pull up and back and right out. And this is the linkage that pushes the plunger inside of the master cylinder. So now that we have this out of the way, we have access to both of these bolts. With the front stud here, I should be able to loosen this up with the impact. And with the rear one, I'm going to have to get on that with a wrench. There's no good working room in here, so I'm going to go ahead and start loosening this. Now with the two studs out and removed, we can pull the assembly off and then everything is free here. Obviously you can see everything is kind of hanging right now. I want to put the master cylinder back in its place and I want to keep all of this together. There of course is the brake line guide here, and we're just going to fish this forward and off. Next we're going to work on the rear brake light switch here. And these are both 3/8 inch studs. And I'm going to go ahead and back both of these off and get these lines loosened. I believe I should be able to hold this in place and get these to come off. Looking at the brake lines, I'm seeing red on here, and I'm thinking these are maybe sealed with red Loctite. That could be the brake lines themselves. I'm not exactly sure. These were kind of a bear to get off. The lines are not in good shape, so I'm not using these again. These are going to go actually to the scrapper. But the brake light switch itself is in good shape. Obviously, it's full of fluid, and that'll need to be cleaned out and cleaned off, and this thing is all ready to be reused.